Okay, listen, my Pace family in Christ. Um, um, right now, what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to make this really quick so you can understand. Um, I'm going to show you how I use the Fibonacci, my simple moving averages, and first, what you're looking at when you're to identify your market highs and market lows and um, pre-market highs and lows. I use the 24-hour I use the 24-hour chart. Um, some of you use it daily, but I use the 24-hour because it shows me a little bit more uh, depth depth on market and what's going on. The black is market, and the gray is um, is your pre-market and aftermarket highs. Okay, so I kind of like use that to determine on how I draw my scale. Okay, and um, this is just how I'm learning out what I'm going to share with you. Okay. Now, each time I'll use um, I'll break it down in each video, but I'm going to give you one what I do. Right now, I looked at Visa, and you need to establish that Visa have established one, two, three market highs, right? Oops. It established three market highs. Let me I'm gonna use some use the it established three market highs. Say, look at this. This is right. One, two, three. Look at that. Three market highs on the 14th. Can you I want you to be able to, can you see that? Right? So ordinarily, it has to break yesterday's, it has to open up above yesterday's open and hold support on yesterday's low. Okay, I'm using this candle here, okay, just to show you what I'm looking at. Do you see, can you see this? So when I go and look, let's see, that was 413. This is where I drew the top. That this line right here is what you've seen that I drew here. This is the support line, 336, 336, 339. And it established 330 form. So when you're looking at this, when we're looking, what we're supposed to look at on your pre-market and pre-market settings, you're looking at off of yesterday's close. Okay, I know you do a 15-minute candle, but what I look for is a high and low. Okay, the this right here before it dropped. So I use my Fibonacci scale. I use my Fibonacci scale, and I draw from here, right, and then from here to there. Can you see that? Let me zoom that in from you. Can you see what I just did? I this is establishing market high and a market low. Okay. This is so it came off there and held support, but it didn't break. It didn't break the the past market um, uh, um, low or open. So it opened up below. Let me get the 24. Remember, it opened up below the high. Remember that? It made one, two, three tops. So I'll say, okay, that's the high. Let's hit the high. Now, remember we talked about the close, okay, on 414. Look at the top. Look at this top right here. Open. Here, let me go. See when I do that? Open. Here, let me do a screenshot so you can see it. What I'm showing you is this. I want to make it real simple because this is how you're waiting for. Okay? Identify this. Where is your trade at? You need to know where you're at. So far, one, two, three. Visa has made a top. Okay. All right. So we've established that. And if Visa breaks let me see if I got it, opens above, okay, opens above the yesterday's close, okay, which was 335 and 335, 335, high, 339, and the low was 333. Okay. But if it came and opened up above this support, let me show you that. Let's do this is what we're looking at. So we did that was 414. Let's get my calendar. Let me see, 414 was Monday. Okay. So Monday. Let's go to Monday. So when we're waiting back and what we're looking for on this visa, remember what I said, it has to open up above this 339. So what I mean when it opens up above, we're looking for it to create a higher high during our pre-market, a strong candle, okay? A very strong candle. Sorry about that, my little puppy's in there. We're looking for it to establish a strong candle to break out above this. That means it's establishing higher highs. Okay. If this is your pre-market, it'll start establishing support on here, on your low. Okay. Remember 333, 32, and it started creating these candles. And then it comes back down and hold a market support. Because remember, 333 is what it opened up, and it held above the low. So now you've got this going on. So now you have Visa heading in this direction. Okay. So it opens up, and you're waiting to see if it breaks that. We're trying to see if it's going to break above this 339.11. This is you. This is what I keep saying about we're being the you. This is you and I waiting to see what is this market going to do. Okay, we have to be patient and wait to see if it's going to play out. Where is it going to play out at? Where is this market going to play out at? And this is what we're waiting to this is what we're waiting for, my babies. Okay. You have to make sure that in between it created a market low, okay, and then a market high after a this is what we're looking at. I want you to focus on pre-market and after-market movement to determine where the market is going to go. Okay, this is very important. Market highs, it's establish a market low. Look at my cursor, a low, and then a high. Okay, now it's creating lower highs. Okay, you see that off of uh, um, this is after your aftermarket, and then pre-market. 1, 2, 3. So now that it established that, and in a low, it has to, now you're waiting to see what's going to happen on the open. So this right here shows, okay, you can enter this trade, and this trade from 6:30 in the morning, it opened above yesterday's close. Okay. Remember we said the close? Where's our screenshot? There it is. Okay. Let me make sure you look at this. Look, it opened above yesterday's open, and then it held support on yesterday's high. See, look, open. What was open? Opened up above 333, and then held support on 334. So now we're trying to say, where is it going to close at? So you're only going to bet. Why I make my Fibonacci scale, because I'm only going to buy the strike price while I use my Fibonacci scale. I use my strike price. This is where what I'm going to buy at. 335, 336. Sale 339. Okay? Does that make sense? This is all the movement that it made in pre-market. Now, if it continues, say that it's after the this is a 15-minute move right here. 15 to 640, 645. It's a 15-minute move. You got a 15-minute move, but it is basically started creating lower lows, lower highs, okay? Lower highs off of, let's go back to our 24. Make it bigger. Okay, look. This is what we were looking at. We seen that it had a triple top, three market highs, okay? After it established three pre-market and market highs, higher highs. Now it topped one, two, three, okay? So if it doesn't, if it, look at this, these are market highs. See all my dark lines? That's my market high. If it doesn't break above, when we look at this, it doesn't open up above 338, which is the open, okay? And um, um, and yesterday's close, 331, it's going down, okay? It's going down. It hasn't broke this pre-market. Oh, shoot, this is a pre-market. Let me make sure. Trying to make this really clear for you. Okay, this is what you wanted to do if it's going to establish higher highs. If it's going to establish new highs, it's going to start doing this. Okay? It's going to start creating these candles. Let's change it. Let me see if you can see it though. Let's edit. Let's make it white. Is that better? Okay. Well, it's going to start establishing these candles. Okay? These candles are going to form. And this is what you're looking at, establishing higher highs. The market is going up. The market is going up. Okay? Because each time it has opened up above the the previous market high. But now it has opened up below the pre-market high. So where is it going? Down. So if it opens up Monday, okay, below there, guess what? It's going down. Your purpose is to find out where is your next support and resistance. Now, I use this scale. I use my Fibonacci, and I draw it here because this, if it doesn't hold the 161 and go hold this support here, Visa is going to go up to at least to 335, 340. Okay. If not, it's going to go down to 324, 320. And then 314, 310, 304. If it's continued to go in the down cycle. So if it continues to go into, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe it just go Monday, Tuesday, it might range in between here, or it might gap up and go. But you see your support and resistance. All I'm trying to show you now is how to identify market highs and market lows off of pre-market and aftermarket. Tell me if this helps you or not. I'm going to try to keep this short, but this is my ministry. So patience, analyze, control your emotions. Wait for the market to establish the direction it's going to go in. Okay?